Hey everyone, today you're going to learn how to successfully do your 2018 competition season makeup. This is the look we'll be achieving today, and we're about to first step and show you exactly how to do it. Alright, so we're going to go into the palette and we're going to start with a neutral color that kind of resembles her skin tone. So for her that's going to be fawn. I'm going to lay it on her eyelids. I'm not going to press too hard, don't want to poke her eyeballs out, but make sure that the pigment gets onto the skin. All the way up to the eyebrow too. So I'm going to go down the palette into the next most bronze shade, which for her is going to be chestnut. I'm going to dip that same brush in, and I'm going to go into the crease of her eye. And I'm going to apply the pigment with stippling motions. Try not to swipe it around, it's just going to kind of move the color, it won't really stay in one spot. And you'll go through after you apply the pigment and blend it out a bit. We're going to go back down in color. This time she's going to use bronze. And this time I'm going to go in the crease, but not all the way towards her nose. We're going to hit half of the eye. And we're going to blend that. Bring that down a bit too. This will create that nice natural shadow. I'm going to take the other end of the brush just to make sure I'm not making all the colors smushed together. And I'm going to go right into the corner and apply the pigment. Taking up about 1/4 of her eye, so not too much. And then I'm going to take the other end of the brush and blot that out. The key to this is to not put too much pigment on at once, because you can always add more, but you can't take any off. I'm going to take the same side of that brush, and I'm going to dip into some of these shimmery shades. This palette has two. It has pearl and pale gold. For her, I'm going to choose pale gold. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it right on the inner half of her eye. I want to blend that into the darker pigments you just laid down. In our next step, we're going to apply our lashes. So this is where you'd either put on your mascara or your fake lashes, depending on whichever you're going to be using today. So we're going to put this on. Alright, so first we're going to go in with the taupe, which is the lightest of all the bronzing shades. I'm going to gently dip my brush into it. This pigment is really powdery, so just be careful with getting it on your uniform. And I'm going to start bronzing very lightly the perimeter of her face. Always blend up, you never want to blend down. So I'm lightly brushing across her face into her hair, and then going right to where her eyebrow starts. You see this right here? You never want to go past the eyebrow. I'm going to go into the next darkest color, which is called soft brown, and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm not going to go so far up her face. I'll probably stop right here. Bring that back down. And depending on your skin tone, you might need to dip into the coffee brown, which is the darkest color, but I think for her, she's okay with where she is. So our next step is blush. This blush I've suggested you guys use is really, really pigmented, so just be careful with how much you put on. So with this, I'm going to just simply pat right above the bronzer I applied earlier. Perfect, so one dip and one application looks great. So our next step is highlighter. We're going to go in with our angled brush, and I think for her, I'm going to actually make a combination. I'm going to start with the rose gold. And right above where I put her blush, I'm just going to swipe. And then begin with my circular motions to blend out the edges. Now that that's blended, I'm going to add a little bit of the pale gold on top. So my next step is I'm going to contour her nose. So we're going to use the flat tapered brush that comes with your set, And we're gonna go into the taupe color, which is the lightest shade. Definitely tap off the excess. You don't want to go overboard with this because you will look crazy. So we're gonna lightly go down the bridge of her nose and just define. Open. Nice. So down the bridge of her nose and right where the little button of her nose is. Go right above that. And for your last step, you'll put your lipstick on.